85 million Goldfish crackers are eaten every day in America. That's enough to fill an Olympic swimming pool or circle the entire Earth one full time. But how did these little fish crackers become one of the most consumed snacks in the country? In today's video, we will be breaking down the entire 60-plus year journey of the snack that smiles back, everything from its surprising Swiss origins to that pivotal moment in 1997 when they started smiling at us and when we started smiling back. This is the entire history of Goldfish.
Yes, you did, remember? 1-year membership, they waived the initiation fee. Goldfish, tasty, wholesome crackers.
Did you know Goldfish weren't even invented in America? Our favorite childhood snack has a surprisingly sophisticated European origin story that began not as a mass-market phenomenon, but as a romantic gesture. Sounds like some Romeo and Juliet type of stuff, am I right? Our story begins in Switzerland, 1958. While American kids were twirling hula hoops and humming Mickey Mouse Club tunes, Swiss master baker Oscar Cambly was pondering a unique birthday present for his wife. Instead of the predictable flowers or jewelry, Cambly decided his wife deserved something truly special, something that captured her essence in an edible form. As fate would have it, Cambly's wife was born a Pisces. Inspired by this aquatic connection, he meticulously crafted tiny fish-shaped crackers as her birthday gift. These weren't just any crackers. They were delicate golden morsels fit for the sophisticated European palate. I guess caviar wasn't the crowd favorite at the time. Cambly named his creation Goldfishly, and what started as a birthday surprise quickly gained popularity throughout Switzerland. Think about your own experience receiving an unexpected, thoughtful gift, something that shows someone truly understands you. That's the essence of what made these little fish so special from the beginning. For years, these golden delicacies swam exclusively in European waters, while America was experiencing poodle skirts and rock and roll. Swiss families enjoyed these charming treats at their dinner tables, while American childhoods unfolded quite differently across the Atlantic. The Goldfishly might have remained a European delicacy if not for Margaret Rudkin, the founder of Pepperidge Farm. During one of her Swiss expeditions in 1962, Rudkin encountered Cambly's creation and immediately recognized its potential. By then, she had already built Pepperidge Farm into such a successful enterprise that Campbell Soup Company had acquired it, making her Campbell's first female board member, an extraordinary achievement in 1962 America. When Goldfish finally swam across the ocean of tastes to make their American debut, they arrived with a surprisingly sophisticated lineup: lightly salted, cheese, barbecue, and pizza flavors. The now ubiquitous cheddar variation wouldn't appear until 1966, 4 years after their American introduction. The timing coincided perfectly with American cultural shifts. As these crackers found their first American fans, The Jetsons was debuting on television, while children remained completely unaware that a tiny Swiss fish would eventually become a lunchbox staple for generations. What makes this story remarkable is the transformation that followed. What began as one man's birthday gift to his wife, a simple expression of love inspired by the stars, would eventually evolve into an astonishing commercial success, with annual production now surpassing 142 billion individual goldfish. The most surprising chapter in the Goldfish saga isn't about their Swiss origins, but how Americans first experienced them. When these little crackers reached American shores, they weren't jumping into kids' snack packs. They were swimming in crystal bowls at upscale cocktail parties, rubbing fins with martini olives and cheese fondue in a world that today's Goldfish fans would barely recognize. Hard to believe the snack now associated with cartoon commercials and lunchbox trades once occupied a sophisticated spot in American food culture. Pepperidge Farm positioned Goldfish as an elegant alternative to the mundane peanuts and pretzels that dominated cocktail hours of the era. Time travel back to a 1960s dinner party, and you'd find sophisticated adults in formal attire, sipping martinis, while delicately plucking goldfish from crystal serving bowls. The packaging reflected this upscale identity: elegant glass jars with refined designs, like miniature treasure chests of flavor, bearing little resemblance to today's bright, playful packages. The contrast between past and present is remarkable. These same crackers now traded at school lunch tables were once high society darlings. Julia Child herself, America's most celebrated culinary icon, regularly featured goldfish as appetizers at her dinner parties, effectively crowning these tiny crackers as legitimate gourmet fare. Vintage magazines from this era showcase Pepperidge Farm advertisements with well-dressed well-dressed adults enjoying goldfish at sophisticated gatherings. Women in cocktail dresses and men in suits casually discussed current events while snacking on those little orange fish. This cultural moment feels entirely disconnected from the playful fish we know today. While parents enjoyed their sophisticated goldfish, children of the 1960s developed different snack preferences. Pop Rocks burst onto the scene with their explosive mouthfeel. Colorful cereals like Fruit Loops dominated breakfast tables. These kid-focused treats captured children's attention, while Goldfish remained firmly in adult territory. This fascinating duality, simultaneously upscale and accessible, helped the brand navigate changing tastes. Pepperidge Farm maintained their sophisticated image while recognizing broader appeal potential. As American food culture evolved through the decade, so did their marketing approach for these little fish. The 1966 introduction of the cheddar flavor marked a significant turning point. This flavor innovation, eventually becoming the signature variety, began shifting perceptions. The sharper, more distinct taste profile appealed to a wider audience and opened doors to family-oriented marketing that would transform the brand's identity. This strategic evolution demonstrates remarkable adaptability. Goldfish maintained their reputation for quality while gradually transitioning from cocktail party staple to family-friendly favorite. Few food products have successfully navigated such a dramatic shift in target audience and cultural positioning. By the late 1970s, while Americans traded their cocktail attire for bell-bottoms and platform shoes, Goldfish were quietly planning their escape from Earth altogether. What is it about these simple cheese crackers that convinced NASA astronauts to pack them for a 1.7 million-mile journey through the cosmos, when they could have chosen any snack in existence? As disco balls spun in nightclubs across America, Goldfish underwent their own transformation. The sophisticated adult snack swam toward family dinner tables and children's lunchboxes, propelled by Pepperidge Farm's first major television advertising campaign in 1977. These catchy commercials marked a deliberate shift, introducing Goldfish to a generation who had never seen them served in crystal bowls at their parents' dinner parties. This evolution arrived at a critical moment. The snack aisle was becoming crowded with innovations that threatened Goldfish's relevance. Combos appeared in 1974 with their filled pretzel cylinders, while Chex Mix emerged offering multiple textures and flavors in one package. The European pedigreed Goldfish risked fading into America's rapidly changing snack landscape, while children of the late 70s played with Star Wars figures and gathered around the Muppet Show. Pepperidge Farm orchestrated a brilliant repositioning. Goldfish migrated to new grocery store territories. Marketed as a versatile snack parents could feel good about. This shift reflected a fundamental change in America's relationship with these orange fish. The competition intensified through the 80s. As Cabbage Patch dolls and Smurf cartoons captivated kids, Goldfish methodically built their reputation as a wholesome alternative to increasingly artificial snack options. Parents valued their simple ingredients, while children loved their playful shape and satisfying crunch. Then came the watershed moment in Goldfish history. In September 1988, while Americans focused on the Bush-Dukakis presidential race, something extraordinary happened 200 miles above Earth. Space Shuttle Discovery crew specifically requested Goldfish among their mission supplies. This wasn't random selection. Astronauts can choose virtually any foods meeting NASA's strict requirements, and they selected these cheese crackers to accompany them at 17,500 miles per hour. By splashdown, these goldfish had traveled approximately 1.7 million miles, giving Pepperidge Farm an unparalleled marketing opportunity. Their product had orbited Earth. This cosmic journey showcased Goldfish's perfect attributes: lightweight, minimal crumbs, crucial in zero gravity, excellent shelf stability, and familiar comfort for astronauts far from home. The mission transformed Goldfish from another snack option into the space snack, a distinction no marketing budget could purchase. The timing was perfect. As the 80s concluded, American families increasingly valued nutrition while wanting foods their children would actually eat. Goldfish positioned themselves as the rare snack satisfying both requirements: substantive enough to quiet hunger, yet fun enough that children didn't feel forced to eat something healthy. By navigating from sophisticated European import through disco fever and ultimately into orbit, Goldfish secured their place in American pantries across generations, completing their transformation into a quintessentially American staple. The late 1990s marked a pivotal moment when virtual pets beeped from backpacks, platform shoes made their comeback, and the Spice Girls dominated our radio waves. But amid this cultural whirlwind, something revolutionary was happening in our snack aisles, something so simple yet profound that it would forever change how we connect with our food. For 35 years, Goldfish crackers had been swimming through American homes completely expressionless, tiny, blank-faced morsels that, while delicious, lacked personality. Then, in 1997, Pepperidge Farm executives made a decision that would prove to be marketing brilliance. What if they gave these little fish some character? The concept was elegantly simple, adding a curved line just millimeters long to create a smile. The addition of smiles to Goldfish was not just a simple design change, explained a former Pepperidge Farm executive. It required major technical adjustments to accommodate the new shape. This seemingly minor design alteration paralleled other iconic transformations in pop culture history, like when Mickey Mouse evolved from his early appearances to the friendlier, more expressive character we know today. The Smile edition required retooling production lines across multiple factories, a significant undertaking for what was initially planned as just a temporary promotion. Engineers worked overtime adjusting equipment that had been designed to produce expressionless fish for decades. The gamble paid off spectacularly. Consumer response was immediate and overwhelming. Children developed emotional connections to their snacks, and parents found themselves purchasing more frequently. What began as a limited-time promotion quickly became the permanent identity for the brand. Perhaps most fascinating is that even today, approximately 40% of crackers in each bag feature the smile, creating trading systems in school cafeterias, where kids swap regular fish for the coveted smiling ones. This scarcity transformed an ordinary snack into something collectible. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. The Smile debut coincided with the explosive growth of the internet and the Beanie Baby collecting frenzy. Pepperidge Farm had inadvertently tapped into the collecting zeitgeist sweeping through American culture. Along with the smile came Finn, the sunglasses-wearing mascot who became the face of advertising campaigns. This cool character with his rad shades perfectly embodied the late 90s aesthetic and gave the brand a personality ambassador kids could connect with. The Smile Revolution birthed one of the most recognized advertising slogans, "The snack that smiles back." This simple tagline reinforced the emotional connection between consumer and product. Suddenly, eating Goldfish wasn't just about taste, it was about interaction and personality. With minimal changes to the actual product and without altering the recipe, Pepperidge Farm transformed consumer perception through pure design psychology. That tiny smile exemplified a profound shift in food marketing. Consumers, especially younger ones, now craved emotional connection from their favorite brands. That tiny smile may have revolutionized Goldfish's identity, but the 90s kid wanted more than just emotional connection. They wanted intensity that left evidence on their fingertips. The cultural landscape had shifted dramatically. Neon colors dominated fashion, radical became the adjective of choice, and every commercial seemed to feature some kid doing an extreme skateboard trick while shouting about how awesome their product was. For Goldfish, this presented a real challenge. Those mild-mannered cheddar crackers that had charmed families for decades suddenly risked looking downright boring next to shelves packed with ultra-sour candies and snacks that practically screamed their way into shopping carts. The traditional Goldfish flavors, reliable but understated, were swimming against a tide of sensory overload. Pepperidge Farm recognized this shift and made their move in the late 1990s with the introduction of flavor-blasted Goldfish. They completely reinvented their product for kids who wanted their snacks to make a statement. These crackers featured intense cheese coatings and bold flavors that left that coveted orange dust on fingers. The ultimate 90s kid badge of snack honor. The timing was perfect. While kids mastered Mario Kart and traded pogs in cafeterias, Goldfish delivered exactly what the decade demanded: a snack experience as extreme as the neon-soaked world around them. The orange dust became evidence of your snacking adventure, visible proof you'd experienced something genuinely intense. The flavor-blasted line introduced new characters to match this radical aesthetic. Enter Extreme, originally named Fumbleton von Stuffington, who embodied the era's attitude with sunglasses pushed back on his head and a skateboard perpetually underfoot. Like a tiny orange Tony Hawk, he rode the wave of 90s coolness, his very name embodying the decade's obsession with adding X's to everything conventional. What made Goldfish's strategy brilliant was how they managed to ride the extreme wave while still positioning themselves as a healthier alternative. Parents hesitant about artificial ingredients could feel better about flavor-blasted Goldfish. The snack successfully walked the tightrope between kid cool and parent approved, a rare achievement in the snack aisle. This innovation extended beyond flavor intensity. In 1997, Goldfish colors debuted with vegetable dyes instead of artificial coloring, addressing parental concerns while giving kids something visually exciting. You could have your extreme snack without extreme additives. While we argued over boy bands and collected slap bracelets, Goldfish quietly built something remarkable, a snack with multi-generational appeal. Parents who grew up with the original crackers appreciated the brand's legacy, while their kids got something designed for their more extreme sensibilities. The success of flavor-blasted Goldfish demonstrated something important about brand evolution. Sometimes you need to dramatically reinvent yourself to stay relevant without abandoning what made you special in the first place. That delicate balance helped Goldfish navigate the extreme 90s while emerging stronger than ever. Just as Goldfish had mastered physical reinvention with smiles and extreme flavors, a new frontier was emerging, one made of pixels and dial-up connections. While most of us were fighting siblings for phone line access and crafting embarrassingly quirky screen names, Pepperidge Farm was quietly pioneering what would become one of the most ambitious online brand experiences ever created for a snack. The early 2000s marked a pivotal moment for food brands. As kids increasingly vanished into the digital realm, traditional 30-second TV commercials struggled to capture their fragmented attention. Parents worried about screen time, while marketers scrambled to adapt to an online landscape where most brands had nothing more than basic informational websites. Food companies particularly struggled to translate physical products into compelling digital experiences. For Goldfish, this digital revolution presented both crisis and opportunity. How could a physical snack remain relevant in a world where kids were spending hours in virtual environments? The answer came in 2001, when Pepperidge Farm made a bold move that few other food companies dared attempt. They created an entire digital universe centered around Finn and his fishy friends, producing over 40 episodes of interactive content for the Goldfish website. This wasn't just a static page with nutritional information, it was a fully realized world where kids could direct the narrative themselves. In one popular scenario, users helped Finn navigate a treacherous kitchen counter, dodging household obstacles while searching for his friends. These adventures included choose-your-own-adventure-style stories where kids could direct Finn through various household escapades, according to marketing archives, which described the initiative as a revolutionary breakthrough for early 2000s web content. This was years before YouTube existed, and when most brand websites were little more than digital brochures. The online world expanded the Goldfish universe beyond package limitations. Finn became the protagonist in ongoing adventures alongside supporting characters like Brooke, Parmesan, Gilbert, Pretzel, and Extreme, formerly Fumbleton von Stuffington. Each character had distinct personality traits that created emotional connections with children. The timing was perfect. While parents discovered the risks of unfiltered internet content, Goldfish offered a safe, controlled online environment with positive messaging. Unlike many competing websites, Goldfish's digital world featured sophisticated branching storylines that changed based on user choices. What made this digital expansion particularly effective was how it coincided with the physical expansion of the Goldfish product line. As new varieties hit store shelves, they simultaneously appeared in online adventures, creating a seamless connection between digital and physical worlds. For millennial kids, Goldfish wasn't just something you ate, it was something you participated in. The characters became friends, The stories became shared experiences, and the product embedded itself in the cultural landscape of early internet childhood. Maintaining brand consistency online was impressive, but Goldfish would soon face a challenge no amount of digital storytelling could solve. How does a snack that's been in millions of lunchboxes for decades survive when 4 of its most popular varieties might contain salmonella? The answer reveals why Goldfish is the fastest-growing cracker brand in America in 2024. July 2018 marked a pivotal moment for the beloved fish-shaped snack. Pepperidge Farm announced a voluntary recall affecting 4 varieties of their Goldfish crackers: Flavor Blasted Extra Cheddar, Flavor Blasted Sour Cream and Onion, Whole Grain Extra Cheddar, and Goldfish Mix Extra Cheddar and Pretzel. The culprit? Potentially contaminated whey powder used in the seasoning. For a brand that built its reputation on being a snack parents could trust, this was potentially catastrophic. The timing couldn't have been worse. The recall hit when American consumers were becoming increasingly skeptical about processed foods. Parents who grew up eating Goldfish were scrutinizing ingredient lists before purchasing snacks for their own children. The wholesome little fish was swimming in increasingly hostile waters. But rather than sinking under pressure, Pepperidge Farm's response became a masterclass in crisis management. They addressed the immediate recall and used it as a catalyst to accelerate changes already in the works. Goldfish embraced transparency and doubled down on their commitment to cleaner ingredients. The company had begun this journey even before the recall. In 2016, recognizing the shifting priorities of millennial parents, Pepperidge Farm launched Organic Goldfish, made with non-GMO ingredients. These healthier fish appealed to consumers who loved the original crackers in their childhoods, but now demanded more from their brands. Goldfish adapted without abandoning their core identity. The smile remained. The playful branding continued, but behind the scenes, formulations evolved to meet modern expectations. Like someone who faces adversity and emerges stronger, Goldfish transformed while honoring its heritage. Then came 2020, and with it a pandemic that changed everything about how we snacked. As uncertainty gripped the world, consumers sought comfort in familiar brands that reminded them of simpler times. Goldfish, with decades of built-up trust, experienced a significant surge in sales as we hunkered down at home. This comfort food renaissance revealed something important. In times of crisis, we want food that makes us feel good and connects us to happier memories. For many millennials now parenting young children, sharing Goldfish during lockdown meant sharing a piece of their own childhood with the next generation. The pandemic boost wasn't temporary. Goldfish is now the fastest-growing cracker brand in the United States, with sales increasing by 33% since 2021. This growth speaks to the brand's resilience in a market where consumer preferences shift rapidly. Recent innovations show the brand continues evolving. Megabites target adult consumers who grew up with the brand, while flavors like Dunkin' Pumpkin Spice and Frank's Red Hot demonstrate a willingness to experiment with contemporary trends. Those limited edition flavors aren't just random experiments. They're calculated moves in a strategy that's helped Goldfish achieve something almost no other snack food has managed in the last 6 decades. How does a simple smiling cracker remain relevant across 3 generations while competitors constantly come and go? The answer lies in Goldfish's remarkable ability to evolve without losing its essence. The supersized megabites represent a deliberate strategy to recapture adult consumers who grew up munching the original version in their lunchboxes. By creating a more substantial snacking experience that satisfies grown-up appetites, Goldfish has cleverly expanded its customer base beyond the playground. These larger crackers serve as a powerful generational bridge. Parents who fondly remember trading the smiling fish at recess now share an evolved version of their childhood favorite with their own kids, creating a multi-generational bonding experience that few other snack brands can match. Each bite becomes a time capsule, connecting childhood memories with present-day snacking moments in ways that transcend typical food experiences. Strategic flavor collaborations further strengthen this connection. The Frank's Red Hot partnership proved so popular, it earned a permanent spot in the Goldfish lineup, appealing to adventurous adult palates while maintaining the playful spirit that made the brand famous. Meanwhile, partnerships with Old Bay Seasoning and Dunkin' generated cultural conversations that kept Goldfish swimming through social media feeds despite fierce competition. Beyond flavors and sizes, Goldfish has embraced the growing demand for cleaner, more sustainable ingredients. The introduction of organic goldfish caters to health-conscious families without sacrificing the fun factor that makes goldfish special. These organic varieties contain no artificial flavors or synthetic colors while remaining non-GMO, addressing modern parents' concerns while delivering the smile-inducing experience kids expect. This dual focus on innovation and responsibility has helped Goldfish swim against the current during challenging times for processed foods. While many legacy snack brands have struggled to maintain relevance in an era of increased nutritional awareness, Goldfish has positioned itself as both a nostalgic comfort and a relatively better-for-you option. Perhaps most impressive is how Goldfish has become a true multi-generational phenomenon. Today's kids open their lunchboxes to find the same smiling crackers their parents once enjoyed, creating continuity in an era of constant change. Grandparents who once served original Goldfish at sophisticated cocktail parties now watch their grandchildren enjoy evolved versions of the same beloved snack. As we cast our gaze toward the horizon, these tiny crackers appear poised to continue their impressive swim through American culture. Campbell's Soup Company reports that Goldfish continues to be their fastest-growing cracker brand, with sales surging 33% since 2021. By balancing innovation with nostalgia, health consciousness with indulgence, and childhood appeal with adult satisfaction, Goldfish has created a formula for long-term success that other brands struggle to replicate. And so we've reached the end of our journey through the golden seas of snack history. What started as a Swiss baker's gift has transformed into something that bridges generations in a way few products ever manage. Remember your first Goldfish moment? That simple act of opening the familiar orange package, finding those smiling crackers waiting inside? Now, a shared experience between you and your children. The next time you grab a handful of these iconic little swimmers, remember you're participating in a tradition that has united families for over 6 decades. In a world of constant change, these little fish remain a beacon of childhood joy, swimming steadily through the currents of time with that same familiar smile. If you enjoyed this video, then you better click on this next one here to continue the ride down memory lane of the OG snacks and much more.